All right, you're gonna want to listen to this till the end because what I'm about to tell you is hugely applicable to your life where it is right now, but more importantly, where you want to be. And my son and I, we had some food last night, some General Tso's chicken. He's always wanting to try Chinese food, try different things. And one of the things we said is, okay, we'll experiment with that. Nobody else in the house is brave enough to experiment with it for reasons that I'm about to get into. So we tried this General Tso's chicken. And I heat it up in, the stove and do all that fun stuff. And it's smelling good. Got the noodles going. Put all the stuff on our plates. And separately at certain times we sit down, we eat it. We both had the same exact experience. Here's the crazy part, right? So we take one bite of this General Tso's chicken and it tastes nice and sweet and good. And we're like, all right, cool. This is tasting good. We take the next bite of this General Tso's chicken and it hits the tongue. And there's a little bit of spice to it, still kind of good, still right. So we tested the water. We're like, this tastes good. And we start diving in and eating more of it. By the 8th spoonful of that General Tso's chicken, the heat has just been increasing and increasing and increasing. And I'm trying to sweat in a bit. My tongue is just burning and it's painful. And he's over there taking massive gulps of water in between every spoonful. And at a certain point, we kind of just gave up and said, this is way too spicy. And we just walked away. I ended up making French fries, some bacon and cheese on it, quick side story. But there's a big, important piece to that crazy story that I'm telling you. It's not about the fact that he said the tip of his tongue was red and that is just one crazy amount of pepper they put in that recipe. It's about this. There's a deeper meaning and it applies to your life. That's right. This is about you and your life. So many people, we just walk around all day long, getting mad, feeling guilt, feeling shame, feeling sad about all these different things, and we think nothing of it. And then those types of people, they just continue throughout their lives, right? And they just start to have panic attacks and anxiety and maybe health issues, and all these things start stacking up. Sound crazy, right? But then we got other people as well who care about personal growth, and they do things like work out and meditate and all of those areas as well. Both of these groups have something in common, and it's one of the reasons why they're still struggling, maybe one of the reasons why you're still struggling. It's simply because there's a piece that connects everything. It's an energy, emotions. You may have felt these emotions come in and out all the time, and you may meditate on it, or you may just go about your life ignoring it, or some people actively smush them down. We all think that they just go away because we stopped feeling something. We stopped feeling it until it came back. But that's this key piece of this statement, until it comes back. Because the idea is this, it never went away. That anger that you felt about somebody who wronged you in your childhood that you never reconciled is an energy that's stuck around, so that every time something small came in and gave you frustration, annoyance, some more anger, it just added it to the pile. And then you do things like somebody cuts you off in traffic and you get so angry that you open the door in your car without thinking about it, and your blood is pumping and you got tunnel vision and you're yelling at the person who cut you off while everybody stopped in traffic. And before you realize it, it was an altercation or a fight. Or maybe you walk by your kid's room and there was a few things on the floor, right? And maybe not worth a blow up, but you blew up and you're like, man, how could you do this? I told you about this a million times. Why do you keep not listening to me? And you're just angry. And by the time it's over, you feel guilty for all that anger you felt. Those are not new emotions that just popped up in that moment. They're old ones that keep resurfacing and getting stronger every single time. They get stronger because you're not willing to face them. You need to learn to face your emotions. They are messages. And when you receive the message of your emotion, the effect of it dies down and starts to go away. You need strategies, you need methods that allow you to face your emotions and start to deal with them. Because the meditating, the working out, the ignoring, the trying to get lost in the busyness of life, saying I don't have time for it right now, is what's going to keep you stuck for another year past this point. Keep you feeling like a mess for another year. Maybe keeping the wrong people in your life. Maybe you're going to keep quitting on yourself after you start. Maybe you're not going to form the relationships that you want to form in your life. And it's all because those emotions keep stacking up. How does that relate to the story I just told you? Emotions are like the spices in that General Tso's chicken. We kept taking one spoonful and it felt nice and sweet. Emotions have a payoff. Anger makes you feel powerful for a little while. But we kept eating more and more, and the spiciness grew and grew and grew. And that sweet tastiness of it went away. And the pain is what replaced it. And that's what happens with your emotions when you don't deal with them. If you want to know how to start dealing with your emotions, you need to stay glued to my account. Because I'm going to release a course that teaches you emotional mastery, emotional self-care, the things that you need to understand in order to go from feeling whatever you feel every day to feeling what you want to feel every day. And when you feel what you want to feel every day, things seem to start going your way more. If you're learning, you learn faster. If you're training, it just blows on by. Instead of stressing about how much time you have left in the day, you're celebrating the fact that you got all this done. You're feeling the idea that time is limited and you want to do the most with it instead of saying, oh, it's too late. Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that get you excited? That's what I want you to understand. And by all means, General Tso's chicken is tasty, but if you can't handle those spices, put it back down. Talk to you later.